Because of love, have you ever destroyed someone to the point of no return? Today, after more than 7 years since our breakup, I met him again, my 11-year love. Seeing him holding a broom, gently sweeping each fallen leaf, I almost burst into tears. He and I were friends since middle school, and in ninth grade, we started dating. Back then, it was just pure innocent love, going to school together, walking home together, holding hands, hugs from behind while riding the bike. It wasn't until the end of 10th grade that I even knew what a first kiss felt like. Then we finished high school, got into university, graduated, worked for 4 years, and then broke up. I was 25 years old at that time. We had both been trying hard for our own futures, testing our love after graduation while starting our careers. We both knew that the life of a student was different from working life, that there were many temptations. Still, we promised each other that by the time I turned 26, 27 by lunar age, we would get married. That would be the right time, mature enough to decide our future. But the reason for our breakup was me. I betrayed him. During that period, both of us were busy with work and master's studies. We had less time together, our love was weakening. It was probably the hardest phase of our relationship. And at that time, another man appeared in my life, my deputy manager. He had everything: knowledge, money, status. He was only 2 years older than me, yet already had a house, a car, a stable career, plus investments. He also had a master's degree. He was admired by many women at work. We often worked together, got along perfectly, and slowly, feelings developed between us, though unspoken. He knew I had a boyfriend and didn't want to steal someone's lover. But then, one night after a team party, I drank too much, the first time I was ever that drunk. My boyfriend was away on a business trip in Da Nang. I lost control, he lost control, and things happened between me and my deputy manager. Somehow, my boyfriend found out everything: who was there, what time I left, how many bottles were drunk, that my manager had taken me home and stayed. He didn't miss a detail. When he confronted me, I admitted my mistake and apologized. He asked if I still loved him, why I had done that. I stayed silent. He gave me a week to think. At that time, since I already had feelings for the deputy manager and I had wronged my boyfriend, I felt too guilty. I thought even if we continued, it wouldn't last. The past would always haunt us. So I broke up, admitted everything was my fault. He accepted the breakup, and then we cut off all contact. I later heard he quit his job, dropped out of his master's program, and returned to his hometown. What he did after that, I didn't know, nor did I care anymore. As for me, I dated the deputy manager, but only for 3 months. I realized he wasn't who I thought he was. On the outside, he looked perfect, but inside, he was just a man who liked to conquer, constantly demanding, always chasing new women. So I broke up with him too. I had no face left to turn back to my ex. Not long after, I met my current husband. He never asked or cared about my past. He is financially stable, with house, car, career. We dated and married within a year. But it's been 7 years, and we still don't have children. The problem lies with me. After more than a year of trying, nothing happened, so we went for fertility checkups. I've tried everything: medicine, treatments, even spiritual rituals, but nothing worked. Both of us grew tired. Recently, I even suspect my husband of cheating. My mother-in-law once told me, "A woman like you, it's normal for a man to stray." I couldn't say anything back. Back then, when my parents asked if I was sure about marrying him, I said, my choice, my consequence. Just like when I broke up with my ex, I thought, I did it. I'll take the blame. And so, I live like this. I work, and whenever I have time, I go to temples, pagodas, and sacred places to pray for a child. Until that day. On a weekend trip to the temple, I saw him again. My ex. At first, I didn't recognize him. Only after looking closely did I realize it was him. He was wearing a brown robe, head shaved, holding a broom, quietly sweeping leaves to prepare the temple for visitors. He looked so different from the man I remembered 7 years ago, once a hard-working, ambitious young man, striving in both work and studies. I stood there for a while, but afraid I would cry, I left. On my way home, my eyes welled up with tears. I never imagined I had driven him to become like that. Later, I asked a friend and learned the truth. After our breakup, he quit Hanoi, stayed home for a while, then decided to shave his head and follow a spiritual path. He now devotes himself to chanting, serving temples, doing charity, helping orphan children, eating vegetarian meals. During the pandemic, he even stayed at the temple with the monks to care for others. Before taking this path, many, his parents, grandparents, relatives, tried to convince him to finish his studies, pursue his career. But he refused. He had made his choice. Hearing all that, I suddenly realized I was the one who destroyed him. I made him who he is now. And maybe this is why I'm paying my own price today. Unable to bear children, stuck in an unhappy marriage. On the outside, everything looks perfect, but inside, it's constant fights and criticism from my in-laws. Maybe it's karma, retribution that I must bear. I write these words just to lighten my heart. Thank you for reading until the very end.